Hey there folks, welcome back to the channel. Today we're here again with my Stihl FS90 brush cutter. Got a bit of a problem. We've got no power at the head. Plenty of revs in the engine. When you put the power down, you don't really get much action at the end there. So I'm thinking it's a worn clutch. So what we're going to do is we're going to strip it out, have a look, check it, and if it is the clutch, order a replacement and get it replaced. So to begin with, got a few bolts to remove. So first things first, we're going to remove these 3 bolts, 1, 2 and 1 at the back, 3 with the key that came with the engine. I think we'll remove the spark plug cap. And now this whole thing should lift off. Like that. There we go. So we've got some wires here. This is the throttle, which also comes, this is the coil. We've got 2 cables coming here, and we've got the throttle cable, so we need to remove those as well. So we'll just remove a bit of the dirt so we can see the different coloured cables before I finish up. Looks like we've got a blue and a black, and a carbon build up there. You can see that this one's the blue, this one's the black, this one's the throttle. I'll just take a quick picture so I know what goes where. So now we can try and pop these off. There we go. And now for the throttle cable, I'm just going to remove this cover here from the air filter, and then this back cover as well, just for easy access. And around the back, I've got 2 more little torque bolts, but slightly smaller. There we go. So with that removed, now we can get access to the throttle cable, and there we go. This is fairly straightforward. Just put a bit of pressure there, so you've got some slack on the cable, and just pull it down round like that, and it's off. That's the cable free now, and then that's the whole thing free now. Pop it off there, and just push it back through there and keep it out of the way. All right, perfect. Next, there's a bolt underneath here, and here too. So we'll flip it over. Same again, this comes in here. Okay, that's that one out. With the others. And there we go. That's the whole thing free now. Okay, so this is the clutch housing. It sits inside here. I'll show that. There we go, sits inside here. Now imagine that it spins out and grips the side here and then spins, because if you can just see, I'm just spinning that, can you just see down the end there? It's turning, look. So that's how it spins the drive shaft, by putting pressure on the outside edge here. So this here is the clutch. It's pretty dirty. I think we'll kick things off by having a bit of a clean. Okay, so just got a bit of WD and a wire brush, not a very aggressive one. We'll just have a tidy up first. I'm just going to put down a cloth just to protect my table. Kids' pajamas. Right, pop that there. Quick clean. Okay, we've got two more little bolts here. Same again, the torque head. So we'll whip these off and we can have a look. Oh man. It's obviously on. It's on the shaft, so as it turns the piston, so we've got to block the shaft. Right. Let's have a little bit of a think. Right, so a good few years ago, I was doing some work on a chainsaw engine. I can't remember the details, but I do remember that I removed the spark plug and dropped a bit of rope down inside there. So as this spun, the rope essentially blocked the piston and created friction in order to undo the nuts. So I think I'm going to try that. So in order to do that, we're going to remove the spark plug with the spark plug key. Right, so in theory this should drop down here now. You obviously got to pick a rope that's going to fit down inside. And as we turn this, I can feel it pushing against there. That's it, it's taking it now. That's it, it's down inside. And then that's it there. And now it's bitten down on the rope. So now hopefully I should be able to get a bit of friction on this. Oh man, that's tough. Oh man, they are well on there. I think we'll reassess, try and get a bit more leverage. Not going in very well, so clean out the hole first a little bit. Okay, that should fit in there a bit better now. Still not brilliant. Oh god, that's tough. I'm going to try on this side and give it a go. Hopefully I get a bit more purchase. Oh my god, it's bending. Oh god, that was tough. Oof. Right, and the other one. Oh, that was a bit better. Right, sweet. Okay, so we've got two bolts and we've got an outer bracket. This needs it clean, and then the clutch should come off. Shouldn't it? Oh yeah, there we go. And there's the clutch removed. Again, it looks like it's got a plate on the back as well. Right, cool. So there we go. There's the clutch. You can see it's quite a lot of wear. I think we'll have a bit of a clean up and then measure up for buying a replacement part. Okay, perfect. We'll get the calipers out and we'll do some measuring and we'll do some shopping. Right, so here we have it, all nice and clean now. Got my calipers as well. And I've been looking around on the old Tinterweb, Amazon in particular. Just have a quick look at the dimensions. There we go. So as you can see there, between the two holes, it's 43. So we're looking at 43. Then the outer dimension is 67, 62 in the middle. So I'll just go and double check that. External, that is coming at 67. I'll try and do the internal. Tricky. There we go. The internal is coming on at 62. Okay, so yeah, that's definitely the right part, I think. Yeah, perfect. That was 62 as well. So I think we're going to go ahead and order this. It's going to be about on Friday, which is good. So then we can get to put it all back together then. Right, folks, clutch has arrived. So let's get it opened and compare it to the old one. Make sure we've got the right one. Right, and let's have a look. Okay, so this is the old one here. This is the new one. That's the housing. This is the clutch itself. Okay, so it comes with the little washers. It doesn't come with the backing plates. That's interesting. I would have expected a bit more meat on it as well, to be honest. It looks to be a similar size. The new one's slightly wider, but then you'd expect it to be, because obviously it's not worn down on the sides there. So centrifugal force will force these outwards like that and engage with the outer housing, because they need to be touching there to make this housing spin. So I think that with the speed of the engine, centrifugal force, they move out, biting on the inside of that and then making it do its thing. Okay, looks good. I think we'll get it mounted. Right then, time to reassemble. I think I'm going to replace this part, just one just inside there. I've got it new, so it kind of makes sense. It looks like it's just sort of push fitted in. So we'll try and get this one out. Start off, there's a little bolt just in here, and we'll unscrew this. Okay, so there you can see the drive shaft. It's still square, which is good. It hasn't rounded out, which is obviously sometimes a possible problem. Looking at this, you see it spins, look. I think it's literally just tapped in there. So I'm just going to sit down at that and just get a hammer and a punch and try and punch it out. So this is my biggest punch, 8mm. Might work. Yeah, let's try it. Oh, there's a bearing in there that's trying to get out. So that sits inside a bearing by the looks of it. Ah, look. And there's another screw there. Maybe that's what we have to unscrew. And you can see there's another bolt there, look, which we need to remove. Pretty straightforward. It's kind of pulling on the plate as well, which is weird. Is that designed to act as like a puller almost? Let's see if that'll bang out now. Oh, there we go. So yeah, that screw actually just holds that bearing in, which is very bizarre. So yeah, and there's a little circlip on the back as well. It's held in with a circlip. Right, let's remove the circlip, see if we can get the bearing off, and then fit it up to the new plate. However, it looks far too big. It's way too big. It looks to me like that hole where the drive shaft fits is actually too big. I should have checked that first before stripping everything. I've got some calipers. I bought some digital calipers. I'm going to test that hole against the thread and against this one just to make sure it is actually going to fit. Otherwise, it's pointless replacing it. All right then. So the drive shaft is 4.9. This inside here, 6.4. So it's definitely out. So this is way too big basically. And all that happens is it'll twist, and the drive shaft will end up being, rather than it being in straight, it'll be in slightly diagonally, and it'll just end up wearing the drive shaft, which is obviously the whole length, and that's, you know, what a pain. So just put the old one back in and be done with it. Whilst I've got this out, I'm going to take advantage, give it a bit of a clean, get some WD on there, get the old brush on there, and then get it greased up again, because it is There's no wear, but you can feel a little bit starting to grate. At some point that bearing needs to be replaced. I think with some grease for now will be good. Okay, let's get some grease on her. Right, ready to go back in. Just pop it back in. Get that screwed in a couple of times. Okay, that's the bearing seated. Use this screw here. This is almost like a bearing puller slash pusher. Gotta work it in unison. That's pretty tight. There we go. That's it, she's sat flush now. Pop that back in there as well. Okay, looks good. Perfect. Sounds bad. Definitely going to need replacing that bearing in the future. Right, so this just slips back on that way around. Obviously got to line up the drive shaft. So that's it. All the way on, and then you can tell if the drive shaft's aligned because when you spin that, it spins the blade. Okay, cool. So I'm not going to do this one up yet, just because when we're aligning it to the engine, I might have to move it a little bit, and we'll tighten it all up afterwards. Got the new clutch, and the plates, and the bolts. Each of these two here. Bolts themselves, we're going to have a little bit of grease too. I'm going to avoid greasing the clutch because obviously you want friction. You don't want it to be covered in grease, otherwise it will just continue to slip. So, got the front plate and also the back plate, like so. And they line up, and obviously the bolt goes through. That's it, like that. And then we should be able to just fit it back on. And just tighten them up. I like to do each side a little bit at a time so it's even. Okay. When it bites. Right, there we go. Right, so to loosen these off, we obviously went counterclockwise and now we're going clockwise. So this bit of string that we put in the piston's now going to release that bit of string, as you can see. Now it's going to go the other way and bite down on the string again, coming in from the other side. There you go, you can see the string's tightened, and that's like that. So now we can get a bit of purchase and start getting these tight. One side, that's as far as I can go finger tight. This is as well. Oh, that's maxed out that. Okay, that's super tight. There we go. Oh, that's tight. One more time. Oh, that's tight as well. Okay, cool. So now we can remove this string from inside here. So we'll spin this till it's loose, like so, and then we can get it out. Clutch alignment. This should just, in theory, just pop back in here. It's obviously loose. Let's have a look. It's got a pin to center it, which is good. And that all looks good as well. The final one is on the bottom. Crank this one all the way. That one's done. We're going to tighten up this one now. There we go, that's super tight. Okay, yeah, sorry. those two bolts. There's a gap here and I was wondering what it was for, and it's to fit that orange bit in there, so these two have to come out. This goes in next. Before we do that, we'll put all this back together. This one goes in there like so. So everything, putting it all back together, just goes back in reverse. A little cable just goes in the hole there. Looks good. And then, yeah, so blue on this side, brown on this side. I'll put the spark plug back in as well. Quick clean. Okay, that all looks good. So I think this is now ready to go back. So that goes up through there, like so. And this, that slips down in the groove there. Go. That looks good. Everything aligned. So let's try this bolt. Perfect. And the final one just lines up at the back. Put the spark plug back on. And we can pop this piece back on. Just tighten that in. It's just a guard. And the air filter cover goes back on. Okay, there we go. Ready to test. Flip it into on. Push the bulb. 1, 2, 3. Bit of choke. Choke off. Now it's not spinning. Now it has. That little blip on the revs engages at this end. Look at that. So that looks pretty good. There's plenty of torque there at the head. The blade is spinning like a ridiculous amount of RPMs, which basically means the clutch is doing its thing. It's not slipping the top end. What I'm going to do just to finish off this video is just to give it a quick test on some vegetation, see how she goes. Right folks, there we go, repaired. New clutch installed, loads of power at the head there, loads of torque at the blade, hacking through this vegetation, so that's an absolute result. Quite an easy fix in the end, pretty cheap as well. So all in all, I'm pretty chuffed. I hope this video can be of some use to you. Maybe it can help you replace the clutch in your brush cutter. If not, I hope you just enjoyed it. Thanks again, catch you on the next one.